If you're looking for some straight-up marketing advice that's super chilled and also a bit of a laugh, then grab yourself a drink and get ready for Marketing and Margaritas, a podcast that makes marketing entertaining. Brought to you by Rebel Nation, direct from regional Queensland.
Hello and welcome to Marketing and Margaritas. Today, Jade and I are joined by Abby from Stomping Elephant. Hello. And we've all got our stomping earrings on. Hiya.
Thank you for having me.
So we invited you in because we wanted to talk to you about socials. You guys do socials really well. You have a few different product lines and you just always... Well, Jade literally just said that every time she sees your social media, she wants to go and buy stuff. So clearly it's working. Thank you for joining us and we're going to talk about that.
Absolutely. So, starting off, stomping. Why did you start stomping?
Stomping is 8 years old, so it's just gone 8. Wow. And it started when I was a stay-at-home mum and my best friend's baby shower was happening. So I used to sew and be crafty all the time. And
really? You can sew? I'm always impressed by that.
I could sew. 8 years ago I could sew.
She's got other skills and it's been moved.
It's now been packed away for 8 years.
Yeah.
I could sew and I enjoyed it with the kids at home. And Kat's baby shower was an elephant-themed baby shower. So we sewed her cot sheets and did her rocking chair and, things in elephant fabric. There was a little bit left over. I thought, we should make earrings out of these to give to the guests, which is what we did. So our very first pair of earrings was made out of elephant fabric.
That's so cute! I don't think I knew that origin story. Dude.
So that's where the name came from. And then because everybody at the baby shower loved their gift, I thought, well, why, I could go off and just do this and...
I'm going to sell it, make an earring empire. Boom, done.
It didn't quite go like that. It was more like, I think I can just make some money to go and get my hair done. Actually,
mum life. What can I do for me?
It was totally like that. I was like, I just want to be able to pay for my own hair, just so I felt like I was contributing a little bit. So that is how it started. I went to my very first market. It was successful, as in it made a profit on my first market. And paid back the bill that I had for the product, and then just every market after that just kept reinvesting back into the business. And it's about 12 months of doing that I really realised that this was probably something that I could, do for myself full time.
Yeah.
And then that's sort of, the kids were only 3 and 6 back then, so it was still a little bit tricky with the kids, but weekend work made it easier. And it's grown a lot since then.
And now... So how big is Stomping Elephants these days?
That was like out of your garage at your house.
Was. Well, dining table first.
Dining table.
Half a garage.
Yeah.
Garage. Bigger house with a pool room.
And now?
And now we've moved out officially a couple of years ago into a bigger, like a warehouse.
Yeah.
So we have a showroom, the manufacturing plant,
design room.
Yeah, so it's shop front and then all of the process part sort of thing behind.
That's right, and we need a massive place for storage and packing as well, so the dispatch. It all happens under one roof, which is difficult to find a place big enough to fit us.
Yeah.
But it's really important for me because the team works so closely together because of the process.
Yeah, the same, man. It's like we can have people working from home and stuff like that. It's like logistically we can have people in other places, but the team likes to work together. Like when you're in the office, it's just easier for it to be collaborative and stuff too.
It definitely,
what do you think of this? Like, can we do that?
Definitely makes it more collaborative, and the atmosphere is always lifted when there's more people around, and departments work really well together. So we currently have 15 employees working at Stomping HQ, which is amazing.
And that's just headquarters. How many people overall are part of the Stomping brand? Because it's across states now as well.
It is. So we have what we call reps, local agents that go to markets. So once I did my first markets and, did them for a while, what happened was I thought, I'm doing quite well here in Mackay. Got really supported very quickly. Mackay has been truly amazing, and I think being in the regional town that we are, really did help my business early on.
It's a fabulous product though too, darling. Like, it's not just that people were supporting you, it's that you were creating something that people really wanted.
Oh, 100%. But that's how good small businesses start. Like, your sisters and your girlfriends and your aunts all start buying things and gifting it, and then kaboom.
Yeah, absolutely. They're your first fans.
Yeah, and then that's right. I'm from Mackay, so, already had decent base size of people who already wanted to support and then loved the product.
Yeah.
And so then I thought, well, why couldn't I replicate this somewhere in a different town?
Mm-hmm.
So, one of my good friends was out at Moranbah, so I thought, well, I rang her up and said, did you maybe want to go and do this in Moranbah? And that's how what we now call it is Reps grew. So we have 16 of those now around Australia. We've recently just put on 3 new ones, so that is, we're ready to take on a few more now, so we could it's really endless to how many we could put on. It's just as long as we can keep up the manufacturing.
I was about to say, it's the supply and demand aspect of it, but your logistics side of things, how you operate with them and everything like that part, you've got that streamlined. It's really just keeping up with how many the orders, I guess.
That's right.
And because then obviously you've got your online shop as well. So there's your website where people can go and purchase from wherever as well.
And you're stocked in some shops locally.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I see Stomping Elephants.
Not just locally, we are actually in over 100 stockers around Australia, which is amazing. When I hit that 100 mark, that was truly a pinch me moment. That's crazy.
Like I said, man, earrings empire. It was not a joke. It's like for legit.
We do make a lot of earrings.
So do you know how many different styles of earrings? Because I've got like at least 50. Like how many styles of stomping earrings are there?
It's a little bit of a moving metric, and because not all products make it onto the website, so we also have some market exclusives, which keeps it interesting for our reps to be going to markets and our people who shop at markets.
Yeah, so that like I can't get this on the website. I can only get it from my local market.
It's almost like a order. Yeah. And it gives us really a lot of freedom to be very creative and, they might not, a different colour might not just make it onto the website. So on the website we have about 750 dangle styles.
Holy. Dave, you need a bigger storage system.
Because when you said it's at 750 and then it was like dangle styles, I'm like, that's not even the full thing.
No, so that is just dangles. And I think we have, with the storage space, I think we have about the capacity to go to 850. So once we hit that in our storage space capacity, I will have to start culling some
retiring.
It's really hard for me to retire. It makes me feel sad, like, oh.
You'll just have like seasonal stuff.
You didn't do anything wrong, I swear, it's me, not you.
We've just moved on, I'm sorry.
No one wants the squash French bulldog face anymore.
So that's in the dangles, and in studs online we have about 2,000 styles of studs. So, but that doesn't, as I said, probably a true more number would be about 4,000 to 5,000 stud styles. But it changes every single day. We have a new product come out off those machines every single day, without fail.
Really? Oh, I didn't realise that.
Yeah, no, we're fast.
Dude, calm your farm. Like, holy crap. I mean, that's awesome, but also that's no wonder it's such a massive enterprise for you, because that's a lot of effort.
And to any guys listening, like, how many earrings do you need? There's 365 days of the year. Like, just put it in perspective.
How many Christmas earrings do you have, Lani? Because that's only one day a year, but I'm pretty sure you've got more than one.
There is 24 days before Christmas. Like, let's be honest.
But I still
have room for more Christmas earrings, if we look at it that way.
My husband equates the number of styles that most people have. You said you've got 50 or like 100, probably more like it. I think I'm seeing your stash. To lures.
Yes, that's
because he could never understand. He said, I don't understand why everybody has so many of these. And then one day he came to me and said, I've got it. I've cracked the code.
It's like
lures.
Yeah.
That's
it is.
And as soon as he understood that, he's like, okay, I get it now.
Because if you've ever watched...
You're crazy now, makes sense to me.
But no, if you've ever watched a guy going through his tackle box going, what am I going to use? Is so similar to going through your drill box, like, what am I going to wear?
It is. How am I feeling today? That's what I love. I've got the danglies that are the little globe, like the world one. Yes. And whenever I wear them, I'm always like, I'm on top of the world today. Aww. Like, that's my on top of the world earrings. You know what I mean? Like, and these ones are like the leafy ones. This is when I'm like, I'm doing sort of like corporate stuff, but I'm still kind of, want to be a little bit funky and fun sort of thing, because they're a bit more sedate, but they're still interesting looking. So like, but it is. You choose your earrings.
See, there's a whole
you're going to be that day.
that actually, like when people, like our stompers tell us that all the time, like that sort of story is what actually keeps me going and wanting to design new styles, because when people tell me that they feel on top of the world when they're wearing our Atlas dangles, that is...
Atlas dangles,
like,
that's a cool name.
You know, that just is amazing.
Yeah.
And it's the same, like I put these sunflowers on specifically for today.
Yeah.
I nearly went with my Kira koalas, because they are when I need to be brave.
Yeah.
Because the koalas
They're
are brave for the
cuddly.
bushfires.
Oh.
And we raised all that money for the bushfires and said they're my brave earrings.
That is awesome. That's a great story.
So
I love too that you had to be brave to come here today.
So like I was like brave or like shiny and like sunflowery and bright. Okay, I'll go with these ones. So literally there was a conversation in my head about what I was choosing today, and I love that.
And then you like apologise to all the other babies that you leave home. I'm sorry, I loves you. That would be such a hard choice every day.
Well, it is. Like, I've done culls before of like jewellery and stuff like that. I've never gotten rid of any of my stompings, but I've definitely culled things before. I'm like, I don't wear this anymore and it just doesn't really sit in with my style and stuff, or I got it for a particular thing and all that kind of stuff. But like, I know going through stompings, like, I think I do have some of the character, you know, I've got like little cactus ones and, you know, I've got some more character, like fun kind of things, but then a lot of them are like so versatile, like the designs and stuff, like I can wear them to like proper meetings and all that kind of stuff. Like it's not just like, you know, yes, there are really fun, cool designs like koalas and bulldogs and stuff, but there's also really nice, I don't mean to use the word corporate, but like there's very professional, like I've got a whole heap that are quite, you know, I've got like black and white marble ones and all this kind of thing.
Some nice chic and...
Yeah, exactly.
It's so funny that you bring that up because I know we're going to talk about social media. One of my best reaching ones was recently because my sister always says to me, why don't you just make like simple normal styles? She thinks we just make, you know,
Larry.
chickens with Santa hats, and, you know, which we do a lot of like out there styles. But I'm like, we have a huge range of exactly what you're talking about.
You do. Like I've got a really nice kind of plain wood, and then it's got two circles, and they're like in a denim sort of navy, and it's just. It's different, it's unusual, but it's corporate, it's professional, you know.
Yeah, and so we put that story on socials. It was basically like a typed up conversation between me and my sister.
I think I saw that post, yeah.
Well, its reach was over 10,000,
yeah.
So, you know, it got a great reach and people, you know, really could understand what I was saying, and it was really good.
What a perfect segue into what we're actually here to talk about. It's hard not to get excited talking about earrings and stuff, and also I just think what you've achieved and how far you've come, and I've known you for quite a while through that journey and through you having these different levels of belief in yourself along that journey. So to see where you come today personally to me is actually very exciting as well. So that's why I hang out there for a bit. But let's get on to how we can help other people and not just gasbag amongst ourselves. So first of all, practical stuff. What platforms are you on? Why are you on them? And kind of roughly do you know like kind of what size you are on each of those?
Yeah, I went and checked out all those before I came. Facebook was the first one we started on. So
that's a natural beginning for a lot of businesses.
Sort of what I knew. I am...
That 8 years ago, that was probably like the leader.
It was. And I didn't know a lot about social media when I was a stay-at-home mum. Facebook, I just had that for my private. So we started on Facebook. So it has always been my leading, I think, because we had that start there. We're at 23,000 followers on Facebook. About 18 months into the business, I thought, people talking about this Instagram thing that I didn't know anything about. And I had to ask actually, and Google what a hashtag was. I didn't even understand.
You're not alone. I know lots of people who've done that.
It kind of just popped up overnight. We're like, you use these things.
So I still do training sessions where people be like, I'm sorry, this is a dumb question, but what is a hashtag? Like probably nearly every social media training someone asks me. And this is this year, so don't do that. It
does make you feel better because I don't know what I'm no expert here in this social media.
What is this hashtag you speak of?
So then I was like, okay, let's get on to Instagram as well. So we're at 20,000 followers on Instagram, and obviously recently TikTok has taken, you know, it's sort of been picking up in that social world. We're at about 7,000 on TikTok. So
nice.
Yeah, that's where we're sitting with those.
How long have you been on TikTok for?
Oh, probably only about 6 months.
So 6 months, 7,000 followers. That's really good. I mean, it is one of those ones things can take off really quickly on it, but that's still good. And the fact that your Insta is catching up to your Facebook is really interesting too. So
it's always stayed about that 2,000 to 3,000 apart from Facebook. TikTok definitely has risen faster than any of the other ones. but it's hard to gauge whether they're...
It's the return, whether that's
right.
there or not. Yeah,
Yes,
it's a very different platform in
Yes.
that way. Okay, so what do you, when you look at each of those platforms, do you do different content on them, or how do you treat them?
We've started doing the same content on Insta and Facebook since they have joined, and it's easy to just, you know, put it out on both platforms. And we definitely have different followers on each. I think Instagram definitely has a lot more business following business.
Okay.
Right.
On my platform. And people who don't want to be on Facebook are there.
Yeah.
So it doesn't seem to annoy our followers when we do both. So we split that out. We split that out both. But TikTok we're using for funner, you know, more. It's video based, obviously, so it's not a still photo, and so that is a lot more fun.
Cool. So you cover, it's a lot, like, obviously, yes, it's different content types, but you're also kind of covering different elements of the business and stuff. And are you using your TikTok content on
Instagram,
your other social platforms?
Reels.
A certain number of them, yes. Like I just did one this morning about coming here because I'm so nervous, and I thought, well, this is some good content.
We made it to your socials. Nice.
So I did one this morning, and it was short enough to make into a reel. Some of my TikToks are 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So they can't go over to
Be
reels.
purpose,
So I have to be mindful when I'm filming a TikTok to be in the...
If you want something that you can reuse in places, it's got to be.
Yeah, so we're still...
for sure.
Look, I just learnt what a hashtag was only 7 years ago. I'm still learning this TikTok thing.
No, you're doing really well, man. Okay, and so when you look at your social media and that return on investment, are you able to track, like, do you get into the data and see which ones bring you the most sales and stuff?
You're going to really dislike me.
Because the answer is yes, 100%, Jane. I track everything and I know right where my numbers are coming from.
I wish I could say this. I feel like I'm going to get spanked.
The fact that she knew how many earrings she had in stock, I was just proud of that.
Well, that's stock inventory. Of course you should fucking know that.
That's a lot of earrings.
Yes, but it's inventory. You can't just be like, oh, I've got roughly, I don't know, like 20 earrings. Like, That's a basic one.
But
okay.
just to be clear, I don't know how many actual
In stock.
inventory.
No,
I just know
the
styles.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. There's a lot of numbers that Abby needs to be over there.
That's what data is useful. Okay, so then do you know how much of your website traffic is driven by socials at all? Do you go into your Google Analytics?
Okay, so Abby, we're going to talk to you offline.
I said what this is going to be in there. All right, fine. Let's leave that one.
It was weird you're asking me about this because you know Google Analytics.
Well, I just thought you might. No, if it's not your thing, it's not your thing, man. I get it. I am a data nerd, so for me, it's like to see how people are finding us, and then it's like, if like what our social traffic is, then what's our dominant social platform, and then what those people do. Like, to me, that stuff's just like
it's your jam.
fun. Yeah, exactly. So I can't understand why other people aren't sitting there reading through the numbers as well. But yeah, you're there designing a new earring every day, so it is what it is. Okay, so then with your socials, so obviously you've got your different product lines, and then you've got certain features and benefits. But for example, I know like the fact that your earrings are handmade, the fact that you're all uniquely designed by you and your team, the fact that they're hypoallergenic and really high quality thing, those 3 key messages have been the exact same thing from the start. So for 8 years, you've had those 3 key messages that you've been putting through on your socials, and that's what our topic is today. When you're just, putting those same messages out there over and over again, how do you keep your socials fresh? Because like Lani said, you guys do a fantastic job. And I know it's not just you, I know it's your team, and it's a team effort, and different people have contributed over the years and stuff. But, that's like, we get clients all the time where they're like, I'm just saying the same thing over and over. And I'm like, that's kind of what it is about, man, because you know everything about you. But just because I saw one post here, doesn't mean I remember it about you. Like, I need those messages relayed to me all the time. How do you do that and do so well with your socials?
Definitely, I think like you have to just repeat over and over because I think it's like 18 touch points before someone will even half trust you as your brand. Or it's a lot.
Yeah, as I say, I was looking at Google research the other day, but I don't know how old it was, and it said 11 touch points before someone will do their first not interaction and not purchase, but like their
like
first
consideration.
Yeah, exactly, where they'll actually like make some sort of connection kind of thing with you.
That's right. And I mean, we are lucky in the way, yes, we do sell earrings and a lot of them, but there are a lot of different styles. So our styles can connect with different people.
Audiences. Yeah,
So
you've got different people that you're talking to with different looks, aren't you?
every time.
Yeah.
Every time we do a post, you know, we try not to post dogs three
All
times
week.
in a row or
Yeah.
all week because we know not everybody will want to wear dog earrings. And then we try and mix up the times that we're posting those similar types of things as well to catch different people.
So you really think about that content planning as like, yes, we've got lots of dog earrings. Yes, we need to tell people that they're hypoallergenic and high quality, etc. But doing it different days, different times, mixing it in with other content as well so that there's that variety and stuff. That's sort of like one of your main kind of points of what you guys do.
Definitely, and trying to put, you know, my face out on social media as well. It, you know, builds a bit of trust and telling stories about, you know, where we've come from and what we do.
I say, because I wrote your fucking about page, man, and I just vaguely remember that about how it was like it started with a baby shower or something, but I didn't know that full scope of it being elephants and the earring gifts or whatever. I'm like, I would have written that shit into it. That's an awesome story. That needs to be like a breakout on your about page.
I know, I probably need to do that a little bit more. I guess 8 years in, you sort of start to think, does everybody just know this story anyway? But
No, one of your friends for like years does not know that.
And at the start, it's like, well, no one cares that I was making this at my dining table for someone else. Like, you know, you're building your empire. So it's that behind the scenes is, you know, a bit early.
But we
guess.
also just think that our own stuff is like not interesting.
Yeah.
Not that it's not, you know what I mean?
100%.
Like I know people ask me to be a keynote speaker and talk about my life and my story and my business journey, and I'm like, I just, you know, I graduated and then I went to uni and then I worked some jobs and then I have a business. Like, that's not interesting.
Well,
You know,
I feel the same about my
That's
story.
what I mean. Everyone feels that same. But then when you fill in those little details where it's like, oh, you know, it was doing this cool thing for even the fact that you did all that for a fucking baby shower, I'm like, holy shit, that's just awesome. Like on its own, like I wouldn't do that. But you know what I mean? Like it's those little personal elements and stuff that kind of bring a brand to life and make it more interesting for people and that they can connect to and stuff too. So yes, that kind of thing is important, Abby.
Definitely, and I think telling little stories and talking about what has helped a lot is when we talk about, you know, you just talked about how the Atlas earrings make you feel on top of the world. If we tell that story, which I'm now taking back to my socials, just
Abs, you can have it. Yeah, go for it. I'll put them on and you can have photo.
We will
darling.
get people interact with that because they feel the same.
Yeah.
So every time I post these sunflower earrings, I get people comment about how it makes them feel when they wear them.
Yeah.
And that builds a lot of trust in our brand because that's not coming from us. I can write anything on a social media page. It takes a long time for someone to trust someone who's writing something on a social media page. But if it's coming from a customer, that starts to build that trust. So we
Social
always,
proofing, man. Yeah, it's like if I say I'm freaking awesome, as opposed to you being like Jade's freaking awesome. Like, you know, that's just more credibility.
So we always try and think about, you know, being able to get genuine interaction on our posts and for our customers to tell us why they love them.
Yeah.
So we try and drop that in, you know, probably once every 2 weeks, or 3 weeks, every sort of a post like that where people can actually truly tell us. And then I read them and then sometimes they make me cry. One made me cry.
Because it's
last
so
week.
personal for you.
It's
that emotional connection, and I think, you know, that's where like social media, yes, it's online and it's digital and it's people behind a keyboard, and so we, you know, even the way that people write their socials when they first start off, it's so corporate and bland and nameless, faceless sort of thing, and it's like the more that you take risks and lean into doing that personal content and actually talking on social media as though you're talking to a person, not talking to a crowd, you know, that sort of stuff, that's where you get that personal connection with people. And that's what, you know, I know that social media is online and stuff, but it's just still people to people, man. It's just the same as just sitting there and having a conversation with someone, except that you're typing it out. And like, that's how I see it. And that's how I think that brands can use it to build their business, is by just being themselves and being genuine. and sharing those stories, you know?
Yeah, making it feel like a conversation between friends is definitely...
It's like this
trying to keep in the
podcast.
back of my head.
Yeah. Like, how much more interesting is it just us having a chat and really getting excited by these ideas and stuff than, you know, writing a freaking report on how to do your social media sort of thing. Like,
It's way more exciting. I would never read that report.
no, well, you don't even look at Google Analytics.
All right, so just going back to what we're talking about, because I had a question.
Rude.
Sorry. So you've got multiple platforms, you've got multiple products that you're talking about, you're posting multiple times a week.
Multiple times a day. We actually aim for 3 a day.
That's fabulous. How do you approach your social media? Because for most people, just posting once a week is a lot. Like, do you have a dedicated person? Do you plan your content or do you batch post? I know what I want the answers to be, but this is a true question.
Let's see the design versus the actual.
Pass or fail.
You're probably not going to love my answers. Now, we do have a dedicated person now. Mel is fabulous. She is full-time now. So we before have had permanent part-times, but we have a full-time person now. And we aim for 3 a day. We build it in... Stop.
I don't know what you're saying.
In Google Docs. No, not Google Docs. Google Excel.
Yeah.
You know, so that's where we have...
You keep track of what you're posting.
Noon, PM times, and just a
Our
word.
schedule.
Calendars are spreadsheets. It's okay.
I was like, oh gosh. And then
You've got homework, you're being graded, like this no wonder you were nervous.
oh gosh. And that's really good because we can use that as a calendar for upcoming days, donut day, for instance.
Yeah.
We post donuts or donut earrings or whatever. And then from there we use Canva, so we have the paid Canva access. And that's where most of our content is built, the images.
Yeah.
And we batch post maybe only a day in advance.
Yeah.
So tomorrow's stuff is getting done today.
Is that like a fail?
No, well, the fact that you're even scheduling,
It's just
that's great.
interesting.
You're not just doing it in the moment, but you are planning it out. You've got your calendar. That's ticks. Well done. That's awesome.
I have been well known to do, today's TikTok that just got into a reel was just on the fly.
Which is good though, you need that
So
too.
I try
It's
to have
fresh,
a
it's
base
organic, yeah.
and then on the fly as well.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
And Mel's really good. I can just go to her, hey, like we really need to I just had a great idea.
Yeah.
You know, like I was having a wine the other night and I sent her an email.
Best ideas, hello.
This is true. I sent her an email and the subject line said, Steve should buy Jenny some earrings. Send. I did not give her any body of the email. It just was a subject line, and she made an amazing post on that.
As context for our audience, there was a full page ad in a local paper where Jenny called out her boyfriend Steve for cheating. That is what ads is referring to, for those who don't know.
It's like viral all around the world.
I know. I saw it on news.com because I was away at the time, so I didn't actually see it. And then I saw Mackay Sunday Live being posted about on news.com.au, and I was like, what the fuck is Mackay Sunday Live doing in the
that went international.
I had friends from overseas messaging me being like, hey, do you know Steve or Jenny?
I've seen like photos.
I don't know any couple named Steve or Jenny either, so.
I've seen photos of like billboards in the States where they'll like put up the words and they're like something about Steve and Jenny. I'm just like, this is freaking gold.
I have not seen that. Oh my God.
So being able to do stuff like that on the fly is...
Leverage trending topics, that's a tick.
Oh, yeah. I am a people pleaser, so I do like those ticks.
And I guess too, like, so you've been doing this for 8 years, you've, got really good growth, you're posting 3 times a day, so it's not like you're taking the foot off the pedal or anything like that. What for you, can you give us any insight into how things have changed? Like, is there anything that used to work that doesn't work anymore? Or is there some stuff where you're like, tried and true, I've been doing it this way for 5 years and it still kills? Like,
so we are probably a little bit unique to some businesses. We've never paid for any advertising, so we're still running full organic on all of our platforms. So one day I'll dive into paid ads at some point.
When you have capacity.
I can't even look at Google Analytics. I feel nervous about doing ads and probably, I know I can probably get some help. I probably know the right person to go to.
I'm sure I can recommend someone in time.
But definitely more engagement has had to happen. You know, we used to, and quality photos have grown. And I guess that's just grown with growing a business, starting out at your dining table.
Something's better than nothing at the start.
Correct.
And then you up your game.
My game has definitely upped on what I expect, you know, the quality to be coming out of, you know, the product, the photos, the words that are coming. You know, we've made some mistakes along the line, made sure, you know, we don't do that again. Or so we definitely have. I have definitely seen a change. I don't know. I think just interacting with people, or you know, telling it like a story. More storytelling has definitely had to happen. We're trying really hard to start implementing reels because I know that is what is trending. So we're doing a little bit more.
Do you use like your interaction stickers and stuff on like your Insta stories and everything, like polls or anything? Are you using any of those kind of things?
We don't do them as a regular. So we did, like, sometimes if I get like into it on the Excel spreadsheet, we're like, yes, we need to have a poll here, you know, and say like a poll every 3 weeks or something like that. We do what, you know, goes really well is actually sharing pictures on our stories of what orders are going out.
Yeah.
Because there's no way we can show 5,000 styles on social media ever. That's a new, even if we just showed exactly what's online, that's 3,000 styles. Well, that's more than 3 posts a day for a whole year. You'd never see the top selling ones ever again.
Yeah.
So we can never show everything, but it's like customers love seeing what other people are ordering. So that always gets interaction and people are looking for their orders.
Yeah.
We don't show them all, but they always message and say, this is my order, I'm so excited, and I love that.
And do you encourage people to use like stomping hashtags or anything like that so that then you can then reshare their posts as well?
It's on our business, like it's on our cards at the earrings come in, hashtag Stomping Elephants. We did start at hashtag Stomping Style, so that has been something that changed. I found people weren't using that. They were using Stomping Elephants just organically. So we did cut out Stomping Style and just made it Stomping Elephants.
Which makes sense. You listen to your audience, man. And that's the whole thing. When you are making a hashtag for your business, like have a crack at something, you know, you go like, oh yeah, maybe this will work. But then have the wherewithal to actually look at it and go, well, are people using it, or what are they using? And then listen to your audience. If that's what they want to use, then promote that so that more people use it.
Oh, I see I did tick then.
Again!
Look, we're sitting at an A+.
There's even a little bit of analysis in there too, so yeah.
And give her a break. She's just got a full-time social media, so like you can feed a couple of these reports. Hey, I need to numbers next time.
There you go, you're just making homework for her, so it's fine. When you say make mistakes, is there anything that you could share of what, maybe for example, a mistake that you guys have made that you were like, I'll never do that again?
No.
That is in the past. Okay, so I remember you telling me a story. This isn't a big one, but it just always sticks with me about how obviously you've got your reps and stuff that are taking photos and everything too, and you have, because I know in my business I have certain bugbear things like, you know, we need to have our projects color coded like that. It has to roll like that. One of Abby's things is when you're taking photos of stuff, just clean your lens first. No matter what, like just clean your lens first because your photo will always be better. And you're like, I don't understand why people just can't clean their lens first sort of thing. And so whenever I go to take a photo, I'm always like, have I cleaned my lens? There's abs in my head going, just clean your lens first.
Definitely, and so we have tried to implement more, you know, I guess documented procedures on how people outside of our HQ, so our reps, do take photos.
Brand consistency, that's awesome.
I can't cope if the earring is upside down, or sideways. When it's taken a photo, you have to have it up and down. I'm like crazy for it.
So even if it's like on an angle or something, like artistically? No, always.
The whole earring, card can go on the side, that's fine. The actual earring on the card has to be, the dog can't be sideways. We don't have sideways dogs in the world, they are up and down.
Well, we have all kinds, I mean, there could be, there's people
even if it's a galaxy and you have one, the dark moon's up the top and the light moon's down here and one's up, don't put that out there. That's not how they're supposed to look. So yes, that...
Quality control.
Again, but that brand,
Perfect.
You're protecting your brand, man. Like, you have built a really strong brand, and part of that is having a certain quality standard. And we always say this, when things are brand aligned, it's because it's like if, your earrings are made of a quality product, then how you promote them needs to be quality as well for it to match up. And that's where trust and credibility and all that sort of thing comes from.
And I think because our earrings have always been affordably priced, I really have a barrier to people with the price thinking that they're cheap and nasty.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
so
of course, I
making
didn't think of that.
like it happens all the time at markets. They just think we get them from China and they.
No.
I know, it breaks my heart, and I don't. And you know, it does. It hurts a little bit, but you know,
people don't know what they don't know. Yeah.
People don't know what they don't know, and I don't share everything of behind the scenes either. I have gotten a little bit better, and we do it a little bit more on TikTok. But also, like, I'm busy, and I need to share more of that. But making sure the earring is up in the right way and the lens is clean makes the earring look better than it looking
some dodge product.
Product.
Because it's not a dodgy product. No, it's not. And you don't want anything about the presentation style to be dodgy either, because it takes away from the brand, it takes away from the product.
Yeah, and I have no doubt if we tripled our price, we could sell to different people at the same product.
Yeah. Value is an interesting thing. It's, like the price of something is just one component of what value means to people.
Yeah. So, price is something that is really... It's hard for me. It's really special for me because I want every single person to own those Atlas earrings to feel on top of the world.
Yeah.
That is why they're priced like they are. I want everybody to access them. It's how I would shop. I've created this business just for myself, to be honest.
Isn't that why we do what we do?
Having 1 in 5,000 earrings.
Yeah. I am my own avatar. And this is how I would shop it, so that's why they are like they are. But I didn't know what I was doing at the start, and I didn't know there would be a barrier for people to be buying, and I needed to make sure I proved to them the quality along the way. So I had to always include that in my messaging. Sometimes even just write, give us a try. Just give us, it's only $7 for a pair of studs, man. Just give us a try.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't like us, it's the same price as a fancy coffee.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. They won't hurt your ears. Just try one. I know you're going to love it. We've converted a lot of people.
One of my favorite things, like, obviously all your earrings are gorgeous and you have so many styles, so they suit everybody, but they're light. Even the big danglies are light. Yeah. So I can wear them all day. I've got some big chunky silver boho earrings that I love as well, but by halfway through the morning, I'm like, my ears hurt. Am I going to be one of those older ladies with the saggy earlobes?
Yes, you are.
We hashtag no more saggy holes.
Yeah, oh my goodness.
And it was hilarious.
Wow, that is unexpected.
I checked the hashtag after it got posted because it was hilarious and because I was reading it. And
you didn't check what other posts were on that hashtag?
You didn't check beforehand.
But when I read the post, because I'll check post it, I read out no more soggy holes. And Mel goes, I didn't write that. And I was like, oh no, saggy. And then I hashtag, and we're the only ones who've hashtagged no more saggy holes.
You should keep an eye on that hashtag just for future reference. But yeah, they're light, so you don't have that issue.
It's just funny you said that because it's true. No more saggy holes.
That's it.
Do you think we should add that into our messaging regularly?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, let's face it, no one wants a saggy hole, so that's...
Look, you've already owned the hashtag, just keep it going, so no one else can, kick you
Dominate.
out.
Dominate on the hashtag. Oh my God, you are such a worry, man.
Just a bit loose out there in the wild.
So was this one of your evening wine?
Or was this like an 8 a.m. in the morning, fresh and bright? You know what?
No, we were talking about them being lightweight.
Yeah, they are.
You said it.
Yeah.
You said no more saggy holes. You said that. Hang on, we'll play back. This
is your fault.
Check the replay later.
You've made this acceptable.
I'm sure you said saggy holes. You said saggy.
Look, this is going to
saggy
be...
ears. Different. Very different, isn't it, Abby? Different.
Pretty much.
Okay, well, we will make sure we use that hashtag when we create this podcast. I will write it down here. Seriously. Fabulous.
But I think that's the thing though too, like with your socials and stuff, when you talk about making things personal and all that kind of thing, it's like you guys have so many different styles. So you literally could just be doing those 3 different posts of just here's a product, here's a product, here's a product, here's a product. But it just would not work anywhere near as well as what you're doing, which is adding in those personal stories from your side, from your client's side, adding in those key messages and repeating those messages over and over. in different ways. So I was just explaining this to our marketing assistant the other day, where it's like you can go through and report on what the facts are. So they're lightweight, they're hypoallergenic, it's quality materials. That's the features, but what's the benefit of that? Because that's the picture that you need to paint for people. It's like, well, you're going to be able to wear them all day and then all evening as well. They're not going to hurt your ears, so you can keep wearing earrings every day. You're not going to have any soreness and stuff. Like, that's the benefit of choosing those earrings. You've got so many different styles to choose from, so you can express your identity. We do, a certain amount, and then you get free shipping, so it's like a lower cost barrier. Like, there's all those things where it's like, yes, this is the facts about the product, but what does that mean for people? And that's the part, like, yes, no saggy holes is hilarious. But at the same time, it's like, that's actually the benefit of it. You know what I mean? It's like, it's lightweight, so great. So there's lots of lightweight things in my life. Why should I give a shit? That's why I should give a shit. Because when I'm old, my ears are still going. And I mean,
sexy lobes. That's what we all want, right?
Did you say sexy or sassy?
Sexy lobes.
Oh, you said sassy lobes. I'm like, how are lobes sassy?
That's your second hashtag. Yeah, sexy lobes. You're
Well,
welcome.
doesn't want sexy lobes.
Oh dear Lord.
I think, what you just spoke about was my brand of why, like my why. So once you write your why and you really understand your why, if you can just vomit that out in different ways in words, then
In beautiful earrings and words.
we don't want vomit.
No, I think that's great. I'm so glad that you said that.
Right.
Okay, I'll try again.
I'm going to use that in training with clients now. I'm going to be like, so once you know what you're going to say, just vomit it out over and over again. I think it's perfect. Yeah, no, you nailed it.
I also feel, this is how sometimes it works. So I work a little bit differently. I'm not great with lots of words in places. So we're having a dedicated team member to listen to me vomit the words.
So that you can make sure that there's no vomit words on your...
To capture the actual...
Unless you sneak in with a little saggy hole kind of hashtag, yeah.
So this is what happens when you don't bring her along. That's okay.
I need looking after.
Hey man.
Don't we all?
Yeah, like, there's a reason why I have a right-hand man.
I think you also
Right-hand
need
woman.
looking after.
Thank you.
Well, yes. Cool. All right. That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing all that. That was really good. We always have a bit of a wrap-up tip, but we're going to do something a little bit different today. No, I can't do that. No, I really am bad at that. I'm going to stop. We have an announcement of a new product line coming out for Stomping. So when this podcast goes live, they'll be freshly on the website. Abby, tell us what it is.
Ooh, we're so excited. It has taken 12 months. Like, actual...
You didn't need to tell everyone that
Okay,
part.
No, she's just so excited that it's finally coming to
And
fruition.
dude, business, that's...
Yeah.
When I first launched Bridge, I was like, I've been wanting to do this for 3 years. You know what I mean? Like, it was such a momentous thing for me.
I think it's huge to know that it took 12 months. It took 12 months because I won't put something out that I'm not 100% at.
Yes, yeah.
So that's
and
why
you've
it
got
took
so many
12 months.
competing things for your attention or whatever like that. You need to do it properly and in the way that you want it to come into market.
But hashtag stomping stickers is coming, which is super exciting. So we have all of, these are drawn by our graphic designer, Nikki, in-house. So they're our images, and I thought they're amazing images. So why can't I repurpose them somehow? We bought a sticker machine 12 months. And these are, waterproof.
Can we get matching earrings to the stickers?
So, yeah, that's an earring.
Wow.
That is an earring.
Oh, wonderful. I love
so that's an
it.
earring as well.
So I now need to go buy this earring.
I think we need to go shopping after recording. I'm really compelled to go to Stomping HQ.
So, and it's, often there's people at our markets who don't have their ears pierced.
Yeah.
Whether it's, younger girls who don't have their ears pierced, or, a lot of boys coming with their mums, or, there's lots of people who don't have their ears pierced. So I wanted to be able for them to have the joy of having their dog, because you wait till you see someone buy their dog on an earring.
Yeah.
It blows their mind and they love it. I always get these little selfies with the dog and the earrings.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, I've been there. That's me.
Literally every time the team goes, is there another dog photo? I'm like, yes! I love it so much. And I wanted that joy to go to people who can't have an earring.
Yeah.
So that is, and I was like,
or to enhance their earringness
or on
by
top of
having
that.
exactly.
So now they can have it on their drink bottle, their laptop, their phone, their car, their whatever they want. And we already had the images; they're already amazing. Let's just get something else out there. So
that's so cool. So waterproof. Are they all going to be like this sort of size, or have you got bigger ones?
For now, this is the standard
size.
With
this. Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, $3. Bargain.
Excellent.
Keeping it in our affordable range so that everyone can access them, because I think they're going to make people feel good, and it's a cute little, gift for somebody who might be feeling a bit down, a little pair of earrings and a sticker.
And it's just something you can like pop into because I give stopping earrings all the time as gifts, and like especially, but like I'll be posting something or whatever, and it'll punch out the.
Punch out the envelope.
And I'm like, oh, well, this is Australia's problem now. What could I do? Or like, but even just...
You could wrap it. That's what you could do.
You can put it in a parcel. Like we have to.
We have solutions for this.
I'm not understanding any of this. But even just like, I've popped them in cards, because I might give them, say, like, a voucher or something, and so I just like put a pair of earrings into the card and give it to them, and it like punches out sort of thing. So I'm like, oh, I could just put a few of these in there instead.
Yes.
Thank you for solving my punched out earring problem.
Thank you so much, Abby. We're so excited for your new product, and thank you so much for joining us today. We have had a ball. I literally am wiping tears of laughter from my face. Probably smudged my mascara. It's been great.
Awesome. Thanks so much for being on here. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
And you did really good.
Yay! An A+ for all your questions. A++.
5 gold stars. 5 sunflowers. Cool. Thanks for being on us.
Cheers.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Marketing and Margaritas. Find more free marketing tips, tricks and laughs at rebelnation.com.au.